Hello and welcome to my student. Now today's lectures we are going to discuss the point chemical kinetics. In these topics we have see how will you find or how will you determine the rate of reactions by experimentally. Let's this is the T0. They will be initial titration reading at the start of the reaction at time T is equal to 0, and this T0 will correspond to original amounts of HCl is present in the mixture of reaction, and at time T then will correspond to titration reading at TT, which corresponds to hydrogen fluoride is present and acetic acid will be formed at time T. It means at initial state the time will be T0, T is equal to T0 will correspond to amount of HCl present, and at the final state at time T titration reading at TT, which is HCl is present and as well as acetic acid will be formed, and therefore X is the amount of ester will be hydrolyzed at time T, and this amount of ester hydrolysis will be given is equal to X is equal to Tt minus T0. When reaction going to complete, that times the time is equal to infinity. Therefore, the titration reading for infinite time is equal to T infinity, will corresponds to the HCl present, and totally the acetic acid will be formed in this hydrolysis of the esters. You know that hydrolysis of ester reactions as like this is esters, for examples. This is esters like CH3 C double bond OH, sorry, CH3CO CH3. Take 1 minute. So this is esters. After addition of HCl in this reaction, then what happens? To convert to form this acid, right? Which products? CH3 and then COH, right? After formation of this acetic acid produced in this hydrolysis of the esters. But it is observed that after formation of the acetic acids completely to get the hydrolysis of these esters, and hence the small a is the total amount of ester hydrolysis will be calculated as given by small a is equal to T infinity minus T0. Thus, the total amount of esters hydrolysis A is equal to T infinity minus T0, and X is equal to the Tt minus T0. X is the amount of ester hydrolyzed at time Tt. Therefore, X is equal to Tt minus T0, and therefore total amount of ester hydrolysis is equal to A minus X is equal to Tt minus T0 in bracket minus second bracket Tt minus T0. Then after calculation, this T0 minus minus get plus, so this minus and this plus T0 will be cancelled, so remaining T infinity minus Tt is the total amount of ester hydrolysis. Now from these values of T infinity and the Tt, we can calculate the values to calculate the rate of the reaction, that is K is equal to, you know the formula of first order reaction, 2.303 upon T into log to the base 10 into A upon A minus X. Put this value of A upon A and A minus X in this equation, then we get the 2.303 upon T into log to the base 10 into the value of A will put is here like T infinity minus T0 upon the put this value A minus X is the T infinity minus Tt. From this value of T infinity minus T0 and T infinity minus Tt, by using this formula we can calculate the rate of these reactions. And here this T infinity, by calculate using the reaction to produce for 24 hours, and then this 24 hours mixture will titrate at definite volume of reaction mixture against a standard alkali as like the NaOH or the KOH. Now we are going to discuss the next point as like the inversion of cane sugar. The question can ask in final exam as like to explain inversion of cane sugar is a pseudo first order reaction. Now we have discussed these points are here like acid catalyzed inversion of cane sugar. For example, this is a sucrose, and this sucrose can treat with the acid catalyst to convert this sucrose into glucose and fructose. So this can be done with the help of the catalyst like HCl. Here, such rate of inversion of these sugars is negligible in absence of acid catalyst. It means that such inversion of the sugar cannot take place in absence of catalyst. But reaction is bimolecular because the rate of the reaction it depends on not only amount of the sucrose but also it is a reactant water is taken as an excess as compared to the sucrose. Hence, rate of inversion of sugars can be determined by measuring the angle of rotation by plane polarized light passing through this glucose using the polarimeter. Sucrose rotate the plane polarized light up to the right angle are named as dextrorotatory, whereas mixture of the products glucose and fructose rotate to the left are named as levorotatory, and hence reaction can term as inversion of sugar, that is sucrose, can take place. Such a process or such a progress of the reaction can be monitored by using by measuring the angle of rotation, that is alpha, to measure reaction mixture at regular interval of time. Like if alpha 0 is the initial angle of rotation, that is starting angle of rotation, that is alpha 0 at time t0, and alpha t is the final angle, like alpha t is the final angle or the angle of rotation at a time t, and alpha infinity is the angle of rotation that corresponds to the reaction is complete, and therefore at time t is equal to infinity, the quantities x and a minus x can be easily evaluated as like the a is equal to the alpha 0 minus alpha infinity. Like the A is the initial concentration of sucrose. By calculation is alpha 0 minus alpha infinity, and X is the concentration of unhydrolyzed at time t is equal to alpha 0 minus alpha t. And therefore by calculations or by formula, A minus X is equal to A minus X is equal to alpha t minus alpha infinity. But you know that A minus X is the concentration of unhydrolyzed sucrose at time t. By putting the values in the equation, first order rate equation, like the rate constant K is equal to 2.303 into log to the base 10 A upon A minus X. And therefore put this value of A and A minus X is equal to, this is alpha 0 minus alpha infinity upon alpha t minus alpha infinity. From these values of angle of rotations like alpha 0 and alpha infinity, we can calculate the rate of reactions for the pseudo first order reaction of inversion of cane sugars. Now we can calculate rate of reactions by experimentally. So two methods are there. One of the method is chemical method and second method is a physical method. Now we have seen in chemical method. In chemical method what happens? The known concentration of the reactants or products can be determined at regular interval of times using suitable chemical method. It means that one of the most frequently used chemical method like volumetric methods. In these volumetric methods we can measure the volumes, like a definite volume of the reaction mixture can taken at regular interval of times, and then this volume of the reaction mixture can titrated against a suitable reagent solution having the known concentration. It means that the standard solution, they will be known concentration and the reaction mixture will be titrated against this standard solution. And then after titrations, for examples, the acid catalase hydrolysis of methyl acetate can be done by titrating the acid to form against sodium hydroxide solution having the known concentrations. 2. The rate of the reactions between the hydrogen peroxide and hydrogen iodide. Such a reaction also measured by titrating the liberated iodide against sodium thiosulfate solution of the known concentration. Next points also can measure the rate of reactions by physical method. In physical methods can be used as like their properties of either reactants or the products can be measured with the help of the various instrument at the course of reaction. Like their physical properties can be measured like concentration of reactants or the products. But some of the physical properties can be used for the determination of concentrations, like the refractive index, conductance, optical rotation, color of the reaction mixture, absorption of light by the reaction mixture, and volume of gaseous products formed. So such types of properties which can measured by using the physically to determine the rate of reaction.